Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to our esteemed guests and delegates. A very warm welcome to the International Conference on Alternatives to Animal Experiments and 6th Annual Meeting of Society for Alternatives to Animal Experiments, India. I am Dr. Vibhu Pandey, Junior Resident, Department of Pharmacology, JNMC AMU.
And I am Dr. Abhijit Sridhar, Junior Resident, Department of Pharmacology, JNMC AMU. Delighted to stand before you as host of this inaugural session.
Together, we are honored to host this inaugural session for today's international conference.
Without further ado, we embark on a journey to explore innovative and ethical approaches that push the boundaries of science while fostering compassion for all living beings.
Alternative to animal experiments in biological research refers to methods and models that replace or reduce the use of vertebrate animals in scientific studies. The approach aims to minimize the ethical concerns associated with animal testing. These alternatives include in vitro techniques, computer simulations, and non sentient animals, fostering a more humane and sustainable approach to scientific inquiry. With great honor, we welcome the distinguished individuals to grace the stage. Please join us in extending a very warm welcome to Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Aligarh Muslim University, and also the chief guest of today's international conference, Professor Mohammad Gulrez Sir. Esteemed President of the Society of Alternatives to Animal Experiments India, President AIMS Jammu and AIMS Vijayanagar, also the National Scientific Coordinator Pharmacovigilance Program of India, Professor Y.K. Gupta Sir. Respected Dean Faculty of Medicine, Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College and Hospital, Aligarh Muslim University, Professor Veena Maheshwari Ma'am, Principal and CMS JNMCH, Aligarh Muslim University, Distinguished Professor Haris M. Khan Sir, our Organizing Chairperson, Dean Faculty of Life Sciences, Aligarh Muslim University, Professor Muhammad Afzal Rahman Sir, the Organizing Secretary, Chairman Department of Pharmacology, JNMC AMU, Professor Syed Ziaur Rahman Sir, the Joint Organizing Secretary, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacology, JNMC AMU, Dr. Jamir Ahmad Sir. General Secretary of Society for Alternatives to Animal Experiments, India, Professor M.A. Akbar Shah, sir.
The presence of such stalwarts will elevate this conference, and we look forward to your insights and guidance throughout the evening.
Before we embark on the intellectual journey that lies ahead, let us take a moment to center ourselves as we come together in the spirit of gratitude and unity. I would like to invite third year junior resident from Department of Pharmacology, Dr. Amar Khalid on stage for the recitation of verses from the Holy Quran.
السلام عليكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام فيها فاكهة والنخل ذات الأكمام والحب ذو العصف والريحان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار وخلق الجان من مارج من نار فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان صدق الله العظيم. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful, the most compassionate, who taught the Quran, created humanity, and taught them speech. The sun and the moon travel with precision. The stars and the trees bow down in submission. As for the sky, he raised it high and set the balance of justice, so that you do not defraud the scales. Weigh with justice and do not give short measure. He laid out the earth for all beings. In it are fruit, palm trees, and date stalks, and grain with husk, and aromatic plants. Then which of your Lord's favor will you both deny? He created humankind from sounding clay like pottery, and created jinn from a smokeless flame of fire. Then which of your Lord's favor will you deny? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Amar, for conveying the session with the blessings of the Almighty.
Distinguished delegates, as we stand at the threshold of a remarkable event, it is our privilege to commence the presentation of mementos. These tokens of appreciation are a small reflection of our deep gratitude to the esteemed guests who are here with us to grace this inaugural session with their presence and wisdom.
It is our distinct pleasure to request Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mohammad Gulrez Sir, to confer a special memento as a token of appreciation, Professor Y.K. Gupta Sir, President of Society for Alternative to Animal Experiments, India.
Now, we kindly request Professor Y.K. Gupta Sir to present a memento to Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Mohammad Gulrez Sir, who signifies our deep appreciation for his exemplary leadership and contributions to academy.
Thank you, sir, for your generous assistance. Now we request esteemed General Secretary of Society for Alternative to Animal Experiments India, Professor Akbar Shah sir, to present present a token of appreciation to our dedicated organizing chairperson, Professor Muhammad Afzal Rahman sir.
Thank you, sir. We are delighted to invite respected Dean Faculty of Medicine, JNMC AMU, Professor Veena Maheshwari ma'am, to present a memento as a token of appreciation for the dedicated services and commitments of General Secretary of SAAE-I, Professor M.A. Akbar Shah sir.
I am pleased to invite Dr. Jameel Ahmed Sir, Joint Organizing Secretary, to step forward and present a memento to reflect our collective appreciation for the outstanding leadership and dedication for our institution and this conference. Professor Haris M. Khan Sir, Principal and CMS of Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College Hospital, AIIMS.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. Syed Zia-ur-Rahman Sir, Organizing Secretary, to kindly step forward and present a memento for the unwavering commitment and exemplary leadership to our respected Dean, Faculty of Medicine, JNMC, Professor Veena Maheshwari Ma'am.
As we gather for this pivotal conference, we eagerly anticipate the insights into framework and objectives. May I kindly invite the respected Organizing Secretary and Chairman, Department of Pharmacology, Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, AMU, Professor Syed Ziaur Rahman Sir, to the podium to share a brief overview of the conference, shedding light on its significance and the exciting discussion that.
Thank you, Dr. Vipul. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mohammad Gulreez, respected Dean, Professor Veena Maheshwari, our Principal, Professor M. Haris Khan, the Chairman of the Organizing Committee, Professor Muhammad Afzal, the President of the Society, Professor Y.K. Gupta, the General Secretary of the Society, Professor M. Akbar Shah, Joint Organizing Secretary, Dr. Jameel Ahmed, my revered teacher, Professor K.C. Singhal, sir, my guide and during my MD thesis, Professor Rahat Ali Khan, sir, my teachers, Professor Usha Singhal, and other teachers who are here, Dr. Puninder Chand, the Assistant Commissioner of the Aligarh Division, the participants, delegates, my colleagues, good afternoon and Assalamu alaikum. So at the very outset, I would like to welcome all of you in this international conference on international conference on alternatives to animal experimentation and the 6th annual meeting of the Society for Alternatives to Animal Experimentation. So I would like to thank the executive committee of the Society for Alternatives to Animal Experimentation that they have given us a chance to organize this conference here at JNMC. We are working on alternatives to animal experimentation for the last many years. In fact, in 2006, we established a separate lab, a functional lab on alternatives to animal experimentation at our department under the guidance of Professor Rahat Ali Khan. And it was very unique in itself and first of its kind in India. Many people then sent experts to our lab to see and simulate similar labs in other institutions also. I still remember very vividly that Professor Rahat Ali Khan was the chairman, and once the vice chancellor of the BHU sent a person, Dr. Rajiv Sharma, to see the lab which we had, and then he established a similar lab at the BHU. Likewise, vice chancellor of Baba Farid Medical Science University, I still remember Professor Raj Bahadur. He sent Dr. Raj Kumar, the chairman department of pharmacology, to start similar lab which we had at our department. So we are fortunate that we did something, and we for that lab we tried to collect many reading materials. We subscribed softwares, and that was very useful for the teaching of the undergraduate students. MCI then also recommended to have similar labs in medical colleges to start a new medical colleges especially. And because of our experience, in 2014, once Medical Council of India, then Medical Council of India, they asked us to organize a workshop on alternatives to animal experimentation, and in which Professor Akbar Shah was the main resource person in 2014. So we are very happy that once again he is here and in this conference. So in this conference, we had around 100 registered delegates, and most of the departments are joining online. And I would urge and request all the participants, especially the young generations, to please get benefit of these experienced speakers, which we have been organizing. And in morning also, we had so many good lectures. And even after the inaugural program, we will have another good series of lectures. And I'm I would like to thank Dr. Ankita Pandey also, because she had arranged so many guest speakers from the regulatory bodies, and that would be the wonderful session, and that is the like you can say star of the session. So I'm thankful to Dr. Ankita Pandey, Dr. Savita Nutan, who came all the way from UK, and although Dr. Jameel Ahmed will give a proper formal vote of thanks, but from my side and from the Department of Pharmacology, I once again welcome you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for setting the stage for a fruitful engagement ahead. As we commence this international conference today, I would like to invite esteemed organizing chairperson and Dean Faculty of Life Sciences, Aligarh Muslim University, Professor Mohammad Afzal, sir, to share his insights into the meticulous planning and dedication that have brought all of us together, and also to set the tone of our academic exploration.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Gulrez Saab, Professor Y.K. Gupta, the President of the Society, and very esteemed professor at the uh, AIMS Jammu, and also a very keen, scientist of whom we have learned much and have been engaged in with his talks, Professor Akbar Shah, a very renowned, in fact, one of the founders of this society, and we have Professor Harisan Khan, the principal, Jain Medical College, Professor Veena Mahashiri, the Dean Faculty of Medical Sciences, AMU, and Sayyid Ziaur Rahman Sahab, Professor and Chairman, Department of Pharmacology, and the Organizing Secretary, Dr. Jameel Ahmed, Organizing Secretary, joined, and we have some people, Dr. Professor K.G. Singhal, and Dr. Raisuddin, Professor Raisuddin, and some well-known faces, distinguished delegates, students, scholars, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all. It is my proud privilege to welcome this august gathering, and which has been, a long felt need for the movement or the, laboratory practices for alternative to animal experimentation, which is actually taking up very much stronger in the academia, industry, or in the health sector, and in all the other pharmaceutical industry. So actually, we know that this has not been just a very casual approach. It actually started with the very important, determination to stop cruelty to the animals and animal welfare itself. And as we know that in earlier days, dissection or vivisection, as we call it, was not even allowed in many societies and many cultures. But then, he started, and animal experimentation was, done to have the studies done on the animals to corroborate the findings for the human beings, and then apply the drugs so that, humankind can be benefited. And of course, we do not go to the ethical debates on that, because, animals have also a right, and many philosophers have, gone in detail. Peter Singer and other people, they have done. In India also, there was a lot of compassion for the animal life. And that is why, we have to be very much, uh, uh, very much cautious in this regard. So actually, as we have learned from here, that alternatives, some of them are suggested, like which are other animals, less developed animals or invertebrates, where actually it is thought that the pain receptors and the pain sensation is less, and so that their rearing is also easy, less expensive, less cost effective. So that is called and then we have the right judicious use of the animal uh, uh, size of the experimental design, so that this uh, affliction or pains can be done to the animals. And then some other methods, alternative that are coming up here, as you know, is the use of in vitro technology or in silico methods like QSAR in toxicology, or we also have the organoid culture, and we have very much stimulation of the animal, and then we have the human alternative, because the clinical findings from the labs or also from the hospitals, they per se give us the very powerful data, and the data science has come in a big way, so that we can derive many fruitful inferences from that thing itself, and we can become very much confident about the process or about the disease which is being done. One aspect I would like to discuss, that our department in zoology have also started this thing. I got my PhD student trained in the in vitro culture of lymphocyte for uh, testing. In fact, it was for karyotyping in the beginning for disease diagnosis, but later on we used it for further assay of chemicals and drugs in form of chromosomal aberrations or sister code exchange or format assay. The second thing is that we know, with the Human Genome Project being there and with the next generation sequencing, which has come in a big way, we have a lot of human knockouts, so called. We have the mouse knockout, which actually we prepare in the lab, but the human knockouts are the people who are inbred, and they are actually the homozygosity of genome is there, and there the diseases are expressed. So many disease genes have been discovered, and there are many people who are working on that. These projects are there, and they are giving us much better insight on the disease study and discovery of genes and so many things which can be there. And then we have the placenta, use of placenta also in the human placenta. So we have a lot of such venues today. And the most important thing is the mathematical modeling, computational biology, that has still added to the alternative. So with this, actually, I welcome all the delegates to this August gathering, and would like to thank the organizers also. And I am really grateful for this conference being organized here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are honored to have your distinguished presence today. Now I would like to invite our esteemed Dean, Faculty of Medicine, Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, Aligarh Muslim University, Professor Veena Maheshwari ma'am. We are privileged to have you join us today, as your guidance and leadership have been instrumental in shaping the path of our college.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Saab, Professor Mohammad Gulrez, President of the SAAE Society, Professor Y.K. Gupta, other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, all the delegates and dear students. It's a privilege to be here, and the very idea and inception of this program, the annual meeting plus the international society, this international conference, is that we are being kind to the animals. And the best part is, I think Mrs. Menka Gandhi will be the happiest person when she comes to know about it. So this theme of alternatives to animal experiment was incited as long as way back in 1959 by doctors William Russell and Fex Bruce, who found the idea of giving the 3 R's in their textbook named as Principles of Human Experimental Technique. So these 3 R's already in the morning session have been told, that replacement, reduction, and uh, uh, refinement of the drugs and other things can be done with the help of replacing the animals by different techniques, which will have already been shared by you in the morning and in the other sessions. With that, I wish you all very happy learning, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for gracing us with your presence today. As your support and vision continue to inspire us all. It is with great pleasure that I invite to the podium our esteemed Principal and CMS JNMCH AMU, Professor Haris M. Khan, sir, whose contribution and expertise in the field of microbiology has been valuable, to express a few thoughts for this international conference.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mohammed Gulrez, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my respected senior teachers, invited guests, delegates, good afternoon, everyone, and Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of JNML College, I'm like to welcome you all to this particular medical college. So many of our delegates and participants are online. So this is a very good initiative to discuss about the alternative to animal experimentation. When I was a postgraduate and a junior faculty, we used to do a lot of experimentation on animals, including monkeys, sheep, and rabbits, mice, everything. But now, naturally, over the period of time, so many alternatives have come up. And even in, say, for example, in microbiology, we used to require sheep RBCs for culture plates. But now we have shifted over to expired or outdated human RBCs from the blood bank. So the blood bank people are supplying us the blood to make the plates, for which we previously we required sheep. Now, in fact, the sheep are not available in our animal house. So this is a very good initiative, and like a number of speakers have told, that we have to move with time, and we should try to find an alternative for experimentation without compromising on the quality of the test and the outcome of the test. Thank you so much, and most welcome everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Your presence here adds immense value to our discussion and further enriches our academic community. It is an immense privilege to stand before you today to announce a special moment to present a Lifetime Achievement Award to, recognition reserved for individuals whose dedication, passion, and contribution have left an indelible mark in the field of pharmacology. Today, we honor veteran Professor A.C. Singhal, sir, Senior Faculty of Pharmacology, visionary whose lifetime of extraordinary achievement has not only shaped their profession, but also has inspired countless others. I would like to invite Professor Ziaul Rahman, sir, to read the citation and present the award.
Before I recite the citation on Professor K. Singhal, who we are going to give the Lifetime Achievement Award. So I would like the Vice Chancellor sir and the President, Professor Y.K. Gupta sir, and also the President, and in fact all the dignitaries to please honor Professor K.C. Singhal sir. So may I have the citation? Citation. Yes, sir. Please. So this is a citation which are part of the award. So Professor K.C. Singhal was born on 16 June 1941 at Aligarh in a reputed family. His father, Dr. Ganga Prasad Gupta, was a renowned physician practicing in Aligarh. Dr. K.C. Singhal did his MBBS and MD pharmacology from King George Medical College, Lucknow, like Professor Y.K. Gupta. And he did PhD in 1976 from Sardar Patel Medical College, Bikaner, and also the Doctorate of Science, DSc, in 2001 from Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. He joined the Department of Pharmacology, Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College of Aligarh Muslim University as Assistant Research Officer under a project of Indian Council of Medical Research on 29 January 1968. He worked as demonstrator, then as lecturer, reader, and professor in the Department of Pharmacology, Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College. He served the department as chairman twice from 8th of August 1990 to 7th of August 1996, and then from 8th August 1999 to 7th August 2002. After retirement, he became the founder vice chancellor of NIMS University, Jaipur, India. His contribution in the field of pharmacology are immense and inspirational. He standardized the screening of antimalarial agents using Ceteria cervi as test organism. He is one of the foremost pioneers in the field of Indian pharmacovigilance and founded the Society of Pharmacovigilance India, SOPI, in 1999. His services were recognized internationally also when he became the visiting professor at University of Tennessee, Memphis, USA, and honorary consultant, WHO Collaborating Center for International Drug Monitoring, Uppsala, Sweden. In India, he is the recipient of many awards, including B.C. Sharma Memorial Research Award of Indian Medical Association, S.S. Parmar Foundation Award of Indian Academy of Neurosciences, B. Mukherjee Prize of Indian Pharmacological Society, Major General S.L. Bhatia Oration Award of Association of Physiologists and Pharmacologists of India, Colonel R.N. Chopra Oration Award of Indian Pharmacological Society, Platinum Jubilee Oration Award of Indian Science Congress Association, G. Achari Oration Award of Indian Pharmacological Society, John Ortian Oration of the Society of Pharmacovigilance, and also the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Association of Physiology and Pharmacological Society. So this is the Lifetime Achievement Award conferred by the Department of Pharmacology, Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College on the occasion of International Conference on Alternatives to Animal Experiment and 6th Annual Meeting for the Society for Alternatives to Animal Experimentation. So I now request the dignitaries to please give this Lifetime Achievement Award to Professor K.C. Singhal. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, sir. We are honored to have you with us today. It is a matter of immense pleasure that the Department of Pharmacology has also instituted Professor K.C. Singhal Gold Medal Award in order to celebrate his birthday. It gives me immense delight to extend a warm welcome to Professor Akbar Shah, sir, the esteemed General Secretary of Society of Alternative to Animal Experiments India. The commitment of Professor Akbar Shah, sir, and the society to advocate for humane and innovative methods in research and experiments has truly been commendable. Your presence here today signifies the importance of promoting these alternative methods and furthering the cause of ethical research practices in our scientific community.
So it's a turn of Professor Akbar Shah, sir. So yeah, before we invite Professor Akbar Shah, I would also like to tell that Professor Singhal's family has donated a quite good amount of money to the for the gold medal for the best student among the PG students, and also in the physiology department in the name of Professor Usha Singhal. So I'm thankful to Dr. Shumit Singhal for this donation. Thank you so much.
It gives me immense delight to extend a warm welcome to Professor Akbar Shah sir, the esteemed General Secretary of the Society for Alternative to Animal Experiments India.
Revered Vice Chancellor, dignitaries on the dais and dignitaries off the dais, the Organizing Secretary, Dr. Ziaur Rahman, and all delegates, officials, scientists. Good evening, good afternoon to all of you. It is an immense pleasure to me to be associated with today's function, though it is my own society. Dr. Ziaur Rahman has been very kind enough to accept my request offer to conduct this annual conference in Aligarh Muslim University. Well, personally and officially, technically, I am associated with this university in several capacities over several years of time. I should particularly mention about very nostalgic and emotional attachment association with this university. Well, I am associated with Professor Dr. Ziaur Rahman for several years. We met for the first time, strangely, not in India, but we met in Oslo, in Norway. There were several years back. And from then on, there was no turning back, and our intimacy, our regard for each other has grown from strength to strength. And I am associated with him in both in pharmacology research, and that's my topic also, and his participation in the alternatives movement in India and globally. And I have also been associated with Shadab, who is in the zoology department. We have collaboration in research collaboration, and very recently we published a very good paper in mutation research, which is a credit to him and to me too at this age. So this kind of collaboration has been there not only with this university but many universities, but the association here has been really very memorable. So I thank Dr. Rahman for the effort to conduct this year conference at Aligarh Muslim University. Though I have attended, as he said, a conference here earlier on alternatives, but this is much more memorable because this is my own society for which Rahman is the executive committee member. So having said this, I just want to spend 2 minutes on introducing further the topic of alternatives. Madam spoke about the Russell and Burke's 3 Rs, and that was the beginning of the technical aspects of the alternatives, the origin of the 3 Rs, replacement, reduction, and refinement. But after 1959 to this time, many things have happened, and the concept of alternatives have taken very different turns and very good progress. And today we talk a great lot about, from 3 Rs to alternatives through NAMs, novel alternative methodologies. Well, tremendous progress has been made, and therefore we will have to keep pace with the transformation with this movement has been taking place. And today we talk a lot about the novel alternative methodologies, about which Alan he made a mention. And so from simple alternatives, we have gone into we have incorporated the great developments, the strides the science has made as aspect of alternatives. So today we are not stopping with not touching allowing animals to be used in the experiments, but we are trying to look at how best alternative methods can be implemented in the place of animals. And we talk more about application of animals and non-animal methods in toxicology and in biomedical science. These are the 2 areas which globally the alternative movement is emphasizing. Toxicology is one, and the biomedical science and the pharmacology, medical, and all other areas. And in these 2 areas, we have to be thinking about particularly use of animals and their relevance to the human. These are areas two major areas where experiments are conducted with a view to apply chemicals and other substances for human welfare. And ultimately, it came to be shown that most of the data which come from animals are not relevant to the human, and therefore we should find a method where the data generated are from the human. So, and therefore, we are now changing from not only 3 hours, but to move from the 3 hours to 1 hour of replacement with non-animal methods more similar to human, relevant to human, such that you use the generate data in those models like in vitro, 3D culture, organoids, organ on chip, and microphysiological system, which is the hot topic now. So this very good, very big trend, leaps and bounds, and the alternative from a passion has become a very serious research subject, and a lot of research is being conducted. So I would like the participants to be appraised of these developments in the alternatives domain and scenario, and I wish we will have opportunities to be told about the trend in the alternatives movement. I thank all of you participants for being present for this program, and people who have come from other places, long distances. My friend Abhay has come all the way from Gujarat in Vapi, and many others have come from different places. I thank all of them for making it possible to be present here, and I thank Ziaur Rahman and the administration, particularly the Vice Chancellor, the Dean, the directors, the heads of departments, for allowing, making it possible to have this program conducted very efficiently and effectively at Aligarh Muslim University. So I want to say thank each one of you for the excellent contribution to this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insights and expertise discussing the future of ethical experimentation and research. Now, I'm delighted to announce a special award that recognizes extraordinary contributions and dedication. Deepti M. Kapoor Endowment Award from the Society of Alternatives to Animal Experiments in India has been conferred upon Professor Gopinath Swami, Head of the Center of Nanotechnology in the Department of Biosciences and Bioengineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. I would like to invite Professor M.A. Akbar Shah, Sir, General Secretary of the Society, to read the citation. And to present the award, please welcome President of the Society, Professor Y.K. Gupta, Sir, and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mohammad Gulrez, Sir.
So I would also like to invite the PETA representative, Dr. Ankita Pandey, please come over here. Dr. Ankita Pandey, the Senior Science Policy Advisor of the PETA India, and this is an award which is basically dedicated to Deepti M. Kapoor, who unfortunately died. So this year, the society has awarded this endowment award to Dr. Gopinath Pakirasamy, Professor and Head Center for Nanotechnology. So I invite Dr. Gopinath, please come over here. So Professor Gopinath is head of the Center for Nanotechnology, Department of Biosciences and Bioengineering, IIT Roorkee. He delivered already a lecture today about his work on the alternatives to animal experimentation. The society, join him. The Society for Alternatives to Animal Experiments confers the M. Kapoor Endowment Award every year to a young researcher working in the field of practicing non-animal methods, alternatives to animal experiments. Dr. Deepti M. Kapoor had been the science policy advisor of PETA India. She passed away at a young age, creating a big void in the alternative scenario in India, which will be challenging to fill. To recognize her contribution to alternatives, SAAE-I has instituted this award. Dr. Deepti Kapoor was a firebrand for animal rights. She helped modernize science and save the lives of millions of animals who would otherwise have been used in cruel tests. She was fiercely passionate about her work to replace the use of horses and other equines in antitoxin production. She partnered closely with her colleagues at PETA affiliates to demonstrate to researchers in India and around the world that animal-free methods can be used to produce life-saving treatment for diphtheria venomous spider bites, and other conditions. She was instrumental in getting the notorious brace test banned in India, in which rabbits were restrained while chemicals were applied to their eyes or shaved skin. Now, non animal test methods are being used. She achieved a huge victory for animals by persuading India's Central Insecticide Board and Registration Committee to make significant changes to a guidance document, resulting in increased acceptance of non-animal testing methods for pesticides. Through her regular interaction with CDSEO, she was instrumental in persuading regulators to propose to reduce required tests on cows, rabbits, and other animals for the production of drugs and for the development of test methods for assessing drugs. Her recommendations prompted the Bureau of Indian Standards to replace a test on guinea pigs used for detecting and identifying insects contamination with humane microbiological methods, sparing countless gentle guinea pigs excruciating, painful deaths. The society proudly confers this year award to Dr. Gopinath Pakiraswamy from IIT Roorkee, conferred on the occasion of International Conference on Alternatives to Animal Experiment and 6th annual meeting of the society, organized by the Department of Pharmacology. I request the President and the Secretary and also the Vice Chancellor to please confer this award to Dr. Gopinath. And Dr. Ankita, you can also join. This is also a cash award, so
Thank you, sir. It is with great pleasure that I invite Dr. Farhan Ahmed Khan sir and Dr. Irfan Ahmed Khan sir from the Department of Pharmacology to join us on stage to request the Honorable Vice Chancellor sir to release the conference souvenir, a compilation of insights and achievements from our collective endeavor. Please welcome them as they mark this momentous occasion.
It is with immense pleasure I would like to invite Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Mohammad Gulrez Sir, member of International Advisory Board of Asian Review. His contributions made a huge impact, visionary leadership, and dedication to the academic excellence in shaping the academic landscape has been exemplary. Sir, I request you to kindly come forward and share your ingenious thoughts about this point.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished scholars on the dais and off the dais. It's indeed a pleasure for me that you have invited me to such an important conference and the 6th meeting of Alternative to Animal Experiment Society, 64th meeting. This debate, whether should we use animals for medical purposes or not, is going on. I was reading somewhere that millions of animals are, used every day for medical experiments, and there is a counter debate going on that, rather we should go for simulation exercise and not use those animals, because the proven research are not that the animals can be used, or the experiments, the results are coming, can be used exactly on human beings. India is from the very beginning, with the Cruelty of Animal Acts 1960, is working on that, and we have limited the experiments whereas they are essentially required, but we have stopped the experiments on animals as far as the cosmetic products are concerned. I think this is a very genuine effort on the part of the Society for Alternative to Animal Experiments, and I congratulate the organizers as well as Aligarh Muslim University and its collaborators for having organized this conference in such a large manner. And I'm very happy to learn that Aligarh Muslim University is already following the norms set by the conference, the set by the association, and we are working on that. I think it's more of a, sensitizing people. It's more of a, understanding. It's rather to, ethical issue. It's more of a, understanding and convincing ourselves as a professionals, as a doctors, that, what is required. There are alternatives, the universities like Yale, Harvard, Stanford, they are not using any animal for their experiment. They are all going for simulation methods. But on the other hand, we have WWF, in States, United States of America, those who are all claiming that we need to have experiments on animals for the better understanding of the different diseases unknown to the human, and we can work out for that. So it's more of a sensitizing the people. It's more of a ethical in nature than legal in nature. So I congratulate the organizers and especially the departments, Professor Ziaur Rahman, and as well as the Dean Faculty of Zoology, Dean Faculty of Life Sciences, for taking this initiative, having this conference, and I'm sure that this hand-holding exercise, which you would be having in the coming days, would be fruitful, and its results will go a long way. I congratulate Professor Gupta as well as Professor Akbar Shah for taking this initiative forward, coming all the way to Aligarh Muslim University, and we would like and see that your cooperation and your support will always be with this our faculty members. We are all there to support you in your endeavor, and we look forward some very fruitful results. With these words, I once again thank you, the Faculty of Medicine as well as the department, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Your guidance and support will undoubtedly enrich our discussion and contribute to the success of this conference. It is with profound respect that we extend our warm welcome to Professor Y.K. Gupta, sir, esteemed President of the Society of Alternatives to Animal Experiments India, President at AIMS Jammu and AIMS Vijayanagar, and also the National Scientific Coordinator of Pharmacovigilance Program of India. His pioneering effort in advocating for alternatives to animal experimentation and leadership has been instrumental in fostering a culture of innovation and ethical research practices.
आदरणीय वाइस चांसलर साहब प्रोफेसर गुलरेज जी, डीन मेडिकल कॉलेज डॉक्टर वीना, Dr. Akbar Shah, who is the who is the, I would say, the point of focus and who originated this idea of which the society is there. Dr. Kanungo, I can see here. Dr. Raisuddin, who has been the pillar of the society right from the beginning. Muhammad Afzal Sahab and Dr. Jamil, Dr. Veena, and I can see like my teacher, but very, very senior, Dr. Singhal and Madam Singhal, who has been awarded this. And I can see Dr. Abhay and Dr. Adeep from JRF and from industry and many, many others. I can see my fellow colleagues also. I particularly feel privileged, like many others, to coming to this university after many years. This university, इसको यहाँ आने के बाद ही ऐसा लगता है कि एक सुकून, एक ज्ञान फैल रहा है. And this has been a university of culture. This has been university of education right from, I think, since its inception. So I feel pride, and I think we all should feel pride that for any conference of this nature, जिसमें कि multidiscipline है, वाइस चांसलर भी आ गए, डीन भी आ गए, प्रिंसिपल भी आ गए, और इसका everybody is here. I think ये दो ही चीज इंडिकेट करता है, एक तो पॉपुलरिटी एंड of the organizing secretary, organizing chairman, they all answer कि इनकी एक रिक्वेस्ट पे सब लोग आ गए. दूसरा, how much importance they people have given to this topic. So this is indicate only these two things. So we are privileged, sir. The society was started not for replacing the animals. Be very clear about it. And we are not for replacing the animals at all the places. But as very rightly said by our Honorable Vice Chancellor also, हम चाहते हैं कि जहां पे भी उसका ऑल्टरनेटिव की पॉसिबिलिटी है, without compromising the issue of safety and efficacy of drugs or chemistry in the human being, we must. I said in my morning talk, I was the hardcore animal experiment. हम और प्रोफेसर सिंगल हमारे से 10-12 साल पहले डॉग पे काम करते थे. डॉग को पकड़ के लाते थे, उसमें कैनुला लगाते थे, एक्सपेरिमेंट करते थे, फिर उसको छोड़ देते थे उसके भरोसे पे. और आज के परिप्रेक्ष्य में वो करना सही नहीं, बिकॉज जहां पे उसके ऑल्टरनेटिव्स अवेलेबल हैं, which can be used with equal efficacy and safety and reduction in the data without compromising the data, समय की बचत, जान की बचत, सही रिजल्ट सही समय पे, तो उसको नहीं करना एक तरह का अपराध. So the point has come when we need to develop the alternatives. Think about what alternatives can be developed for which thing, and then validate them and counter validate them. That's why this society is कि हम इसको validate करें एक institution से दूसरे institution से दूसरी country में, और जब वो validate हो जाए तो गाड़ी वहीं पे नहीं रुकेगी. गाड़ी उसको हम आगे ले जाके उसको regulatory acceptance, चाहे वो GLP हो, चाहे GCP हो, चाहे वो एनवायरमेंट के रेगुलेशन हो, चाहे दवाई के रेगुलेशन हो, वहां पर जब हमारी गाड़ी आएगी तब हम कहेंगे. मैंने मॉर्निंग में भी यही कहा कि OECD जो इंटरनेशनल गाइडेंस है, हम कहते हैं कि एवरीथिंग इज विल बी डन एज पर OECD गाइडलाइन. जो इन विट्रो, जो ऑल्टरनेटिव एनिमल्स के इन वीवो से हट के इन विट्रो में ये ऑल्टरनेट एनिमल्स में OECD ने एक्सेप्ट कर लिए हैं, हम उसको मान लेंगे. अरे हम कह रहे हैं कि जो हम भी कर लेंगे, हमारे रेगुलेशन में आ जाए, OECD उसको भी माने. So that will be the exporting the knowledge validation from generated from India to other part of the world. That is our objective, and that is what we see. IITs में देखिए, IITs में, टाइपर्स में, NIN में, बड़े बड़े इंस्टीट्यूशन में, इवन जियाउर साहब ने बताया, यहाँ पे भी we have a alternative system पे लोग काम कर रहे हैं, नई नई चीजें निकाल रहे हैं कि भाई इसको ना करके 3D बनाओ और ऑर्गेनाइज बनाओ, ऑर्गेनाइज बनाओ. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने, DBT ने इतनी बड़ी फंडिंग भी दी है बायरक के थ्रू, और वैसे भी कि ऑर्गेनाइज बनाने के लिए हम उसके करीब करीब पहुंच चुके हैं. हमारे JRF उसको, जय रिसर्च फाउंडेशन और कई सारे उसको यूज कर रहे हैं। हमें अब जरूरत है इन सबको कंसोलिडेट करने के लिए। एंड जस्ट आई वाज जस्ट टेलिंग इन द मॉर्निंग दैट 3 days बैक डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी GLP टेक्निकल कमेटी हैज एग्रीड कि अगर हमारे पास कोई ऐसा वैलिडेटेड मेथड है तो दे विल बी हैप्पी टू इनकॉर्पोरेट इनटू देयर रेगुलेशन। The Department of Science and Technology, Department of Health Research, means ICMR, has also agreed to set up a task force where they will look into what are the alternatives, where they will promote as a government agency. Unfortunately, funding for this type of research is very limited. Now, this is the area where the funding should come forward. And funding के अलावा इसमें जब तक हमारे human resource भी इसमें करने लगेगा, जब इंटरेस्टिंग इसमें लगेगा, अभी आप किसी भी कॉन्फ्रेंस में देखिए तो एक चीज में कैंसर, डायबिटीज, अगर हमें इतना मनी है, इतने लोग रिसर्च करने के लिए तैयार हैं, लेकिन ऑल्टरनेट अगर एनिमल्स में देखें तो हार्डली एनीबडी इज कमिंग फॉरवर्ड। तो दिस इज व्हाट द सोसाइटीज पर्पस है। हम इस सोसाइटी के अंदर में जो एक विजन है, जो आई वुड अगेन गिव क्रेडिट टू डॉक्टर Akbar Shah, that we are creating a national validation center for, this will be under Government of India, for alternatives to animals. And I will just like to say to our very active, dynamic collaborators like PETA, हम कई बार PETA को बड़ी गलत नजर से देखते हैं कि PETA है तो झंडा लेके जहां पर भी एनिमल एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन हो रहा है उसमें ताला लगा, ऐसा भी नहीं। I think this is the shake hand approach where there is a must। अगर हम कहेंगे कि यहाँ एनिमल के अपना काम ही नहीं चल सकता, अगर ट्रांसप्लांट सर्जरी हो रही है तो उसके एनिमल के हमें एक्सपेरिमेंट करना ही होगा, वहां पे PETA भी नहीं आएगा। लेकिन अगर कहीं पे हम जबरदस्ती चूहे को पिट कर रहे हैं या हम फ्रॉग को पिट कर रहे हैं जिसका की ऑल्टरनेटिव है, तो उसको करना गलत है। और जिसका ऑल्टरनेटिव नहीं है तो क्या हम उसका ऑल्टरनेटिव बनाने के लिए तैयार हैं, और नहीं है तो हम तैयार करने के लिए क्या करेंगे। That is what objective is. And I must say that we must not be seen कि एक सोसाइटी है और दूसरी सोसाइटी है। ऐसे ही एक सोसाइटी है जो एनिमल एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन को जस्टिफाई करती है, जैसे अभी हमारे वीसी साहब ने कहा, दूसरी सोसाइटी एनिमल एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन को कंडम करती है। ये कोई लड़ने वाली चीज ही नहीं है। This is where we have to work logistically and rationally to reduce। वो 3R का जो प्रिंसिपल है, वो जो उस तक में था वही अब भी है, लेकिन अब उसका डायमेंशन चेंज हो गया। एंड दैट्स व्हाट डॉक्टर अकबर शाह हैज सेड, नॉवल ऑल्टरनेटिव। उसमें एनिमल वर्ड भी नहीं यूज किया उन्होंने, नॉवल ऑल्टरनेटिव मेथड्स। नॉवल ऑल्टरनेटिव मेथड्स को अगर हम कहें आदमी में ही अगर आप करो, हम आदमी में अगर हम चिप्स बना रहे हैं जो कि हमारे जीनोम से हमको बता देता है कि इन 4 आदमी में सिमिलरिटी है, तो 400 आदमी को क्लिनिकल ट्रायल में जरूरत ही नहीं है। वहां पे हो सकता है 10 ही की जरूरत हो, और उसमें हो सकता है हमें एनिमल टॉक्सिकोलॉजी की जरूरत भी नहीं पड़े, बिकॉज द डेटा इज ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल व्हिच वी आर सर्चिंग फ्रॉम द एनिमल एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन। So this is something what we are looking for, sir, and this can only happen when there is a political will, there is an academic will. The political we are creating through such type of movement. Academic will, I can see that academic will, academic support हमारे पास है। और I think जो हमारे इतने सारे ऑडियंस आए हैं, इसमें बहुत सारे ऑडियंस इसलिए भी आते हैं कि वाइस चांसलर भी आए हुए। लेकिन अगर किसी भी वजह से हम आए हैं, whether because of the presence of vice chancellor, dean, or we have got an opportunity to convey to you that yes, time has come that we all collectively have to think that is this animal experimentation must? If it is not must, can it be replaced? If yes, then are we ready? If not, what we can do for it? So thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Your expertise and insight will undoubtedly illuminate our discussion towards the ethical and innovative. Time to express gratitude to all who have contributed to the success of this conference. Please join me to welcome whose dedication towards academics, sports, and research has been an inspiration for both the students and the colleagues. Please welcome Dr. Jameel Ahmed Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacology, Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, and the Joint Organizing Secretary of today's International Conference.
The chief guest for today, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mohammad Gulriz, sir, President of Society, Bhai Gupta, sir, Secretary, General Secretary of Society, M.A. Akbar Shah, Dean Faculty of Medicine, CMS Principal of Jain Medical College, Dean Faculty of Life Sciences, my teachers who are present in the audience, Sri Singhal sir, Rahat sir, ma'am, Singhal ma'am, Padam Shri Jillaur Rahman sir, scholar from the Unani Medicine, my colleagues, my students, and esteemed faculty members. Very good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. And it is definitely my pleasure to present a vote of thanks. So I deeply appreciate the presence of Honorable Vice Chancellor amid his very busy schedule for today because he has to inaugurate several conferences today. So we are really thankful to you, sir, for your presence. And we are also thankful for the presence of the President and Secretary of Society, Professor Rais, sir. Definitely their presence is not only commitment to the academics, but I think they will enrich the academic atmosphere here. And I also appreciate the work, the planning, the organizing secretary of this conference, Professor Ziaur Rahman, for making this conference a big event. So we are thankful to you also, sir, for organizing this, giving the opportunity for our PG students also to learn something about the new technology and new options for the animal experimentations. And I also thank our senior resident department, junior residents for their very hard work. Definitely, these are the force behind all success of this program. And I also thank the resource person who have traveled all the way to Aligarh and the invited chairperson of the session. Definitely, your presence. Aligarh is known for hospitality. हम लोग कभी कहते हैं कि हम ही हैं जो मैक को आंखों से पिलाते हैं, कहने को दुनिया में मैखाने हजारों. And these are lines written by the Professor Shahryar, who was the poet, who was Aligarhian, who has written so many lines. So Aligarh is known for hospitality, but still, if any kind of issues are there or problems are there, we definitely regret for that. Although we have tried our best. I'm also thankful to the Professor Farhan Sahab and Dr. Irfan for giving the good shape to this our souvenir. Thank you very much. And I must also appreciate the work of the staff of the Department of Pharmacology, Dean Faculty of Medicine, and the Principal Office. And I also recognize the contribution from the PETA, from the GRF Global, from the DZ Foundation, and also from the CSIR. So thank you everyone for presence here and making this conference successful. Thank you very much and have a comfortable stay at Aligarh. And we will have the good session ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you to all the dignitaries present on the stage and in the auditorium. Let this be a harmonious end to a day filled with knowledge and collaboration. Thank you all for your active participation. Now I kindly request the audio-visual team to play our university's Tarana, followed by the national anthem.
तब शुभ नामे जागे, तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय जन गण मन गण जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हो जय हे जय 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 जय
As we conclude this insightful inaugural session, I am delighted to invite each and every one of you to join us over lunch. Our members from the organizing committee will guide you to the venue. Lunch venue is at the poolside, and we will be gathered again in the auditorium after half an hour. Thank you for your patience, and let's enjoy a wonderful meal together.